Hello, children, and welcome to the English session. So, in today's video, we will be doing a quick revision for test 3. So, let's begin. So, we begin with grammar topics, and the topics for the test are prepositions and subject verb agreement. So, let's begin with the grammar revision. So, question number 1 is choose the most appropriate option to fill in the blanks in the following sentences. So here are few sentences for revision. So the first sentence is, what is the time dash your watch? The options here are by, of, in, and at. So the correct preposition here would be by. And therefore the sentence would be, what is the time by your watch? Sentence number 2. Please leave your shoes dash the door before entering. And the options given are on, at, in, along. And the correct option is at. So the sentence would be, please leave your shoes at the door before entering. Moving on to sentence number 3. I always drink a glass dash milk in the morning. The options given are in, by, into, and of. And the correct answer here is the correct preposition here is of. And therefore the sentence is, I always drink a glass of milk in the morning. The fourth sentence, he was absorbed dash his thoughts. The options given here are in, of, by, and to. And the correct preposition here would be in. So the sentence would be, he was absorbed in his thoughts. Moving on to sentence number 5. The wolf sprang dash a goat. The options are up, upon, under, below. And the correct preposition here would be upon. So the sentence would be, the wolf sprang upon a goat. Moving ahead to sentence number 6. The little boy hid the book dash the pillow. The options here are under, on, above, and across. And the correct option is under. So the sentence with the correct preposition would be, the little boy hid the book under the pillow. Then moving on to sentence number 7. The captain and his retinue dash arrived. The options here are am, are, has, and have. And the correct verb would be has. So the sentence would be, the captain with his retinue has arrived. So this sentence is based on subject verb agreement, and you've already been taught that the subject and the verb must agree with each other. That is, they should match with each other. So if the subject is singular, the verb will be singular. If the subject is plural, the verb will also be plural. Moving ahead to sentence number 8. Either he or I dash mistaken. And the verbs supplied, the options here are is, has, am, and are. And the correct verb would be am. So the sentence would be, either he or I am mistaken. So why am? Because when two subjects are joined together with either or, neither nor, so in that case, the verb should agree with the second subject. And here the second subject is I. Therefore, the correct verb would be am. Then the next sentence, that is sentence number 9. 10 kilometers dash a long walk. The verbs provided are, the options here are, have, has, and is. And the correct answer is. So the sentence would be 10 kilometers is a long walk. Why so? Because 10 kilometers taken as a single unit, right? Then next sentence, the cost of all these articles dash risen. And the correct verb out of the four options, that is has, have, is, and are, the correct option is has. So the sentence would be the cost of all these articles has risen. Next sentence, either my shoes or your coat dash always on the floor. So the options here are is, are, has, and have. And the correct verb is. So the sentence would be either my shoes or your coat is always on the floor. The next one, neither me nor my parents dash aware of the incident. And the options here are is, are, has, and have. And the correct option, the correct verb is are. Neither me nor my parents are aware of the incident. And the last sentence, they dash 10 candles in the basket. So the options here are is, are, has, and have. And the correct verb is are. So the sentence would be there are 10 candles in the basket. Why so? Because we are talking about 10 candles. Candles, which is plural in number, and therefore the verb will also be plural in number. Now let us move on to the literature section. So the two chapters, the chapter, The Night We Won the Buick is there, and the poem, Two's Company. These are there for the test. Now let us begin with the first question of literature. Answer the following extract-based questions. So the first extract is, the only difference I can see is that 348 1. So I hope all of you could identify the extract from which lesson it has been taken. All of you could identify. Yes, of course, it's the lesson, The Night We Won the Buick. Now let's see the questions. The first question is, who said these words and to whom? And the answer is, the narrator said these words to his mother. Second question is, which difference is referred to in the above extract? So what is the difference? Yes, the difference between the two raffle tickets is being talked about. Then moving ahead to question number 3. The third question is, which part of speech has the word see been used as? So the word see has been used as a verb. Moving ahead to question number 4. Name the chapter from which the above extract is taken and its writer. So the above extract has been taken from the chapter The Night We Won the Buick, and its writer is John Griggs. Then we move on to the next extract, and the next extract is, he laughed at them and said, tut tut, I've never heard such tittle-tattle as ghosts that groan and chains that rattle. So I hope all of you could identify that this extract is from the poem Two's Company. Now let's see the questions here. The first question is, who is he in the above extract? So he is the man who is in the haunted house. Second question is, why did he laugh at them? So the answer is he laughed as he had never believed in ghosts. The third question is, give the meaning of the word tittle tattle. The meaning of the word tittle tattle is gossip or foolish chatter. And the fourth question is, which poetic device has been used in the first line of the above extract? So, the poetic device used in the above line is onomatopoeia. I hope the extract is now clear. Now let us move on to question number 3. Answer the following in brief. So, the first question is, how did the narrator and his family won a Buick? And the answer is, the narrator's father had bought 2 raffle tickets, and one of the raffle tickets which he had got was declared as the winner. So, this is how the narrator's family became the owner of a Buick car, although they were not rich enough to buy the car. So, they were not rich enough to buy the car, they could not afford the car. So, how did they own it? They got it in the lottery. Moving on to the second question, mention details in the story which show that the narrator's family was quite poor. So, the answer would be, the narrator's family was very poor. It was the only family in New York who did not own a car. The family used two-wheeled basket cart for their daily chores. The narrator's father worked as a clerk, and his salary was distributed among the ill relatives. Even their house was mortgaged. So, how were they? Why were they poor? It's not that there was no source of income. Of course, there was a source of income, but it was not enough. And moreover, part of the salary, what the narrator's father earned, it was distributed among the ill relatives. So, that was the reason they were quite poor. Moving ahead to the next question, the man in the poem Two's Company was not afraid of the ghost, yet why did he search a place to hide? So, of course, the man initially he was not afraid, but then when he heard the strike of the clock, the clock striking 12, what brought in him the feeling of fear? Yes, there was no clock, but he could hear the clock striking. So this brought a feeling of fear in him, and he locked the house. And the last question is, the poet has created several images in the poem which make the poem scary. Pick out 3 scary images in the poem. So, of course, the poet has beautifully decorated the poem with scary images. So, some of the scary images are hunchback moon and screech owls calling, then the rattling of chains, the chains rattled, and a voice breathes softly. So, all these are the scary images, and you can write any 3 of them. So, with this, we wind up today's session. I hope all the answers are very clear to everybody. So, please read the chapters thoroughly, the chapter as well as the poem thoroughly, so that you are able to answer any kind of question. So, with this, I end. Thank you so much.